Guys, welcome to Gusto News once again. Thank you so much for liking and sharing, subscribing, and of course, telling your friends about what we do right at Gusto TV. We love and appreciate you guys. Guys, WIZKID is up in the news today. Everyone has been talking about, you know what? You know it already. Everyone has been talking about that one and only single that's been out for a couple of hours right now, way over 24 hours. WIZKID with Dance Kese. Yes, that one is actually taking off like wildfire right now. Twitter, social media, Instagram, TikTok, everyone is actually vibing and dancing to that particular new single right now. And who else than WIZKID to create this kind of tsunami? Of course, when Davido dropped WIZKID, it was everywhere as well. Now WIZKID has dropped his own already. Yesterday, Spotify was up and down. Davido at number 2, WIZKID number 1, and all of that. But guys, there is actually an update right now for you as regards a whole lot crazy things that WIZKID is doing, crazy records is breaking with the one and only Kese Dance. Now, this song came about, when WIZKID went to London and of course met with P2J and a couple of other guys, and they were able to produce a masterpiece. There's been loads and loads of people actually, getting to see videos of how that record came about. P2J in the studio and all of that. Guys, Morayo is coming. Piece of My Heart is still very much trending, guys. You know that already. And of course, we know Morayo is just about 6 days away, guys. 6 days time, Morayo is going to drop. WIZKID is going to drop another project for us, and we cannot wait for what Big Wiz will be bringing to the table. Now, WIZKID has not announced any of the features yet. He's not even giving us a track list, and even an official artwork has not been released, even though we think that this is the official, is the artwork. But WIZKID just to come around like he did for Made in Lagos and say, you know what, guys, I'm changing the official artwork of this particular record or this project, and it's something different entirely. We can't wait, but this next couple of days is going to be really, really amazing, really, really pivotal, really, really fully jam-packed with loads of activities. WIZKID and his FC fans and his FC camp and everything are going to be giving us quite a whole lot of rollout in the next coming days, because just in the next 6 days, Morayo is going to drop, and we cannot wait. Now, Dance is available out right now. Everyone's been buzzing to that particular record, and it is actually getting loads of WIZKID FC with some bragging rights. Some are saying, you know what, we are never going to get disrespected by anyone anymore, because WIZKID has been able to achieve so many things on his own right now. Now, the fans have said a lot of things, fans of rival, artists, Burna Boy, Davido have said WIZKID cannot achieve anything without, being a gun body, basically like a gun body, someone who has to attach someone else before he achieves stuff. But right now, WIZKID fans are saying, you know what, our guy, our boy, WIZKID has been able to prove to you guys that he can actually do this all by himself, and Kese Dance is a proof to that one, because number 1 on Apple Music, that's number 1 record. It is still number 1 on Apple Music right now, still going strong. Everyone's been buzzing to that one. And guys, another one is here again, because WIZKID, as we can see in this particular thing, he said WIZKID Kese Dance and 2.753 million streams in its first full day of release on Spotify. Now, that is an African record, confirmed as an African record. WIZKID is the first artist. Kese is the first song to end this kind of streams on Spotify in a single day of streaming. Now, that is an amazing record. Now, which record did it beat? It beat his own record for Piece of My Heart that had 1 million streams in its first full day. Now, with Brent Fires, 1 million, him alone, 2.7 million stream. Now, this track has been highly anticipated, and I guess that's why it had loads and loads and loads of streams on Spotify. WIZKID's record is actually amazing. Now, it's a Kese, rises to number 1 on Spotify NG with 1.5 streams in his first a full day. Yes, of course, in totally it is 2.7. Now that is actually a major record. Now Kese Dance is number one on Spotify right now, which actually overtakes Davido's Awuke on the chart. Now Awuke is a number two, Kese is a number one. Guys, this went on yesterday, but right now we can tell you can go check right now. Kese by WIZKID, Dance. Yes, that song is actually number one at the moment, knocking off Davido off the chart, off the perch, and WIZ is the new champion. We don't know if something is going to change anytime soon, but right now we can tell you authoritatively, breaking, that just in right now, is that WIZKID is currently number one on Spotify Nigeria. Really amazing record, guys. That you need to actually check out that particular record right now. Everyone's been buzzing to it. Even WIZKID himself has been posting a lot of things. Now, one thing we didn't put in this news that we have to tell you is that WIZKID on his Instagram page, on his Instagram stories, actually was trying to post something from another source on Twitter, and then there was a list, like a top 10 list of the biggest streaming numbers on Spotify history. He's got number one, number two, and a couple of other stuff there, and Davido was at number 10. Now, you know what WIZKID did? WIZKID cropped Davido's name out of that thing, deleted that post when he saw Davido at number 10, cropped Davido's name out, and then got the number 1 to number 9, and WIZKID posted number 1 to 9. Now, I think that that's really petty, and that is actually showing that WIZ is still very much in some sort of whatever battle he has with OBO Davido. But how can you post a list of top 10 stuff, and then you saw, Davido is in number 10. Nah, I'm never going to post this. I'm never going to give Davido the free publicity. He deleted it off from his page on Instagram, and then he cropped out Davido's name from the top 10 list, and then he now posted number 1 to 9. That is actually very petty, and we say, WIZKID, take your time. Yes, guys. So, yes, WIZKID Kese breaks the all-time record for the most single-day streams for any song in Spotify Nigeria history. 1.57 million. It surpasses his own Piece of My Heart. Now, that is actually a record. We can tell you 2.7 globally, and of course, we're saying that in Nigeria alone, it crossed over 1.5 million streams in its first full day. We told you about this record that WIZKID got in terms of his Kese down 2.7 actually in on Spotify on his first full day globally, and 1.5 in Nigeria. So it means about 1.2 globally, and of course 1.5 in Nigeria. That is actually a major record, and Ruga is actually very well maybe trying to maybe beg WIZKID, and of course is also is in love with what WIZKID FC are doing for WIZKID, and it's come out to say, guys, please help me beg Machala for this one and only thing. Now, Ruga and Tiwa Savage dropped their song Toma Toma on the same day Dance dropped, and of course we know Tiwa got a lot of backlash from WIZKID FC, which made Tiwa herself react to say, you know what, guys, you guys are not WIZKID FC anymore, you're not fans anymore, you are actual bullies, and I'm not going to take this from you because I'm promoting my song with Ruga, so I'm not going to agree with you that I cannot promote my song the same day with WIZ. Now, Tiwa Savage, of course, when she dropped that song with Ruga, people said, no, your song is not going to go anywhere and all of that. Anyways, Tiwa Savage is out of the way right now because, of course, she's still promoting and she doesn't send anybody at all. Ruga has come out to hail WIZKID, and he's hailed him stylishly. Now, what exactly is Ruga saying? He tagged WIZKID on Twitter and said, WIZKID Ayo, if you decide to not do music again, and Zion no one do music, or Bolu or anyone, Bolu is still there and is going to do music, and Zion no one do music, said, please write my name, Ruga, as a person to inherit your fan base in your music wheel, please. Now, this is actually very funny because you could tell that Ruga understands what marketing is all about. He's been promoting his own song as well, but it just does not have the same strength, according to a lot of people, as WIZKID. Now, WIZKID FC have been able to promote WIZ to the point where everyone feels, you know what, one of Whiskey's major blessing in this life are his fans. And of course, who can doubt that one? Shout out to you guys on the WIZKID FC team. You guys are doing amazingly well, but please be careful to support WIZKID and do not deride every other person. It is not good enough. Now, Ruga is begging WIZKID to say, you know what, if you ever decide not to do music again, please, in your music will, just write my name, Ruga, there to inherit your fans. Please, I want to inherit your kind of fans, because these are the kind of fans that I actually do love, that I want for myself and for every other person. Now, Ruga is talking. Guys, should WIZKID actually give Ruga his music fans when he retires, or what do you think? Should they give it to Bolu? Put your comments down below. And of course, still talking about WIZKID. What do you think about that record, Spotify Global? And of course, that one in Spotify Nigeria as well. African record for an artist. That is amazing. Shout out to WIZKID, shout out to WIZKID FC, and of course shout out to Ruga as well, who just dropped. Guys, go check out that one. Toma Toma is still very much trending out right now with Tiwa Savage, guys. And we'll see you guys on the next thing. But for now, please continue to stay safe